See the law of this jungle is as old and as real as the sky. And the wolf that abides will prosper, but a wolf that breaks it will die. You see out here in this jungle, we run it forward and back. For the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack. I used to run with the pack, nowadays I run for the pack. Represent from the front to the back, balls in my heart, my city on the map. I was in the field, you're sitting on the bench. See me in the gym, rep till I'm bench. Sweat till I win, that's a victory stench. Yeah, we stay ready for the war, man, I settle in the score. Settle it. Right now I'm with the hype, I ain't in it for the light. I was down on the ground, now I'm up for the fight. I'm on it. See sight at the dark, now it's into the light. Out for more, down for my team. I wake up and I'm chasing a dream. Done dirt, but my crep stay clean. Send for me, rude boy, I am me. Look at my camp with the verses. Clean sheet in him and I'm on the verse with. Prize fighter, I'm taking the purses. Deathmatch to the family in hearses. The law of this jungle, we run it forward and back. For the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack. See out here in this jungle, we run it forward and back. For the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack.
Another day, another huge game. We're at the City Ground, Nottingham Forest against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Two teams desperate for points to move away from potential relegation trouble. This Premier League that has so many twists and turns, so many ups and downs, having had the injustice that we felt in the defeat against Leeds. Yes, there was some poor defending in there too, but Wolves have to have spent the international break to put it behind them and get going again for what is a huge game here today. I'm Mikey Burrows, alongside me here at the back of the old stand, the Peter Taylor stand here at the City Ground, with a corrugated iron behind us is the Hall of Famer Andy Thompson. And Tomo, today there's an awful lot of people, including people in this press box, who are feeling awfully nervous. How are you finding it all?
So I was feeling quite nervous about the result, and especially after on the back of the Leeds result and the way that we defended. I think Leeds had 4 shots on target and scored all 4 of them, and that's the problem that we've got to do. Okay, we've scored goals, we've looked a threat, but we've got to defend a lot better, and that's the thing that makes me a little bit nervous today. Is just about, have we sorted out? I know he's meant change at the back, but we've got to get it right. We can't be defending like that and make it so easy for teams.
Well, let's go straight into it, because the team news is going to have a lot of people talking today. We'll look at the lineup. There it is. Matheus Cunha, fresh from getting his first goal in Old Gold, starts up top. Totti comes in at left back, and Adama Traore is in from the start. Matheus Nunes, who had that red card overturned, starts as well. So Jose Sarr in goal, a back 4 of Nelson Semedo, Craig Dawson, Maximilian Kilman and Totti. Then a midfield 2 of Mario Lemina and Ruben Neves, with then Adama Traore, João Moutinho and Matheus Nunes, all supporting Matheus Cunha up top. On the bench, Bentley Collins, Neto Jimenez, Penent Sarabia, Costa, João Gomez, and the fit again, Hugo Bueno. Tomo, what's your initial reaction? We were coming up the stairs about 15 minutes ago, and you said to me, "Go on then, what's the team?" and I looked at your face at that moment. Have you had some time to kind of get to grips with what we think Lopetegui's going for today?
Yeah, well, I'm surprised about Totti going into there instead of Ait-Nouri. So I don't know what's gone on there, but I thought that he might play today with Johnny being suspended. I just think it's a bit strange that he's not really been used or been near the starting 11, and then to all of a sudden something must have happened over the 2 weeks, the international break, with him coming straight back into the side. Maybe he's impressed Lopetegui with the way that he's trained and the way that he's put together his training sessions. So look, it's going to be a difficult game today, because Forest, we've said before, strong at home. I know they haven't done that well recently. They've lost a couple of games, which I'm hoping that we can get on the back of as well. But we've just got to go out there today, defend better, but also as well make sure we create. I'm glad that Traore is playing.
Well, on that point about defend better, does that explain why it's Totti who is in there at left back. Now, Hugo Bueno is back on the bench, but Julian Lopetegui said in his press conference on Thursday that he kind of rated him around 90%. So if he clearly feels that Bueno is not fully 100% ready to go, and maybe having looked at things like we talked about Newcastle and Dan Burn and other teams have done it this season in utilising what is traditionally a centre-half as a full-back just to be extra solid on that side, does that explain potentially that thinking?
Yeah, it does. But it's going to be making sure that he can utilise the ball with quality as well. He's got to make sure that his delivery from that back or into midfield is going to be good. So because that's the important part. When he's playing fullback, he'll have a lot of the ball with the way that we play. We try and play it from the back. We try to put it out to the wide players. So it'd be interesting to see how he deals with that. Is he going to offer us anything down that left-hand side as well? Which Ait Nouri would have done. But look, he's probably put him in there for the defending, just to stir it up a little bit. So it's going to be interesting to see how he is on the ball for me.
Yeah, it's going to be really fascinating how this team news works out. You can let us know your thoughts, by the way, at Mikey Burrows at Wolves on Twitter. Use the hashtag Wolves Live to have your say. I know a lot of you will be doing so already. We'll have a little bit of a focus on a big weekend for Wolves women coming up at Molineux tomorrow, still to come, and we'll hear from Julian Lopetegui on just how important this game is. But let's suffer the pain if we have to, because it's been a while since we were in action. Let's take a look at what happened the last time Wolves played. This is the best of the action against Leeds. Cox ball back out to Nonta, up against Semedo, looking to run past him towards the byline. Low cross, pulled back and turned in by Harrison. Has managed to find Semedo, might still come to him. Semedo takes a tumble, questions asked by Ruben Neves. Pedence steals it back though. Daniel Pedence low, comes back to Neto. Oh, he didn't fully get his shot away.
Just got to hit it.
Lovely pass. Coleman popping up on the left wing. Low ball in. Oh, the ball missed it. Comes to Semedo. What a block. Still not fully clear. Jimenez challenging. Daniel Pedence with the acrobatics behind for a goal kick. Finds Neves. Neves lines one up from distance. Just wide. Delivered in. Collins! Lemina! Referee's seen something. Offside. It'll be an in-swinging delivery. Oh, and it's a free header and it's in! Luke Ayling. Neves turning it in a diagonal ball. Lovely one out to Traore. Down by the corner flag. Traore, low ball in. Cunha couldn't quite get there. Drops to Sarabia. Oh, how has he put it wide? Harrison rips his cross in. Johnny just about got something on it ahead of Christensen. Christensen stolen it from him though, and low one and scores! The substitute! Cunha giving chase. Meslier decides to come out and head the ball clear. Johnny's going to try and hit one from distance! Yeah! Oh, what a goal from Johnny! Wolves are back in it! Sarabia's ball, Traore's run, right hand side of the box, low one in! Oh, Jimenez, what a save by Meslier! Now for Neves, clipping it in, headed by a Leeds head, comes out as far as Cunha. Cunha on the side, deflects it in! It's in! Wolves have a lifeline again! Johnny, over the halfway line. Runs into Ayling. He's got the yellow out of his pocket. He's getting rid of the yellow. And Johnny is going to walk. He's looking back in field. Well, the referees allowed them to play on. There was a tug on his shirt. Here's Rodrigo in behind to seal the game, and that's it for Leeds.
That's a free kick all day.
He's aware that 1 in 8,333 make the cut, and so he's thinking about scoring while he's lacing up. He made sure he ate good and got his 8 hours in. The gaffer told him just focus and you'll do nothing but win. And even though the things on Snap kept on buzzing down his phone, he had a little peeky swipe right, but he made sure he left them alone. It's no distractions, I've gotta keep that hunger and focus. Check my kick bag twice and remove that chip off my shoulders. Can't be late, I'm trying to be the first one to the ground. Headphones in, I'm vibing, bucking, listening to SR and pounds, thinking it's nerves. But then I think, some of these man just talk enough. Take it easy, and don't go too intense on the warm-up. Man like Kai, quick firms, but you know he's gonna be marking me. I can't get caught flat-footed, and he knows just how sharp I'll be. Match scenario, 1 inch space, and then I'm in there. Quick 1, 2, boom, first goal, that's me. Get in there, but calm down. I gotta keep myself composed, and I can't get too gassed, because it wasn't the cleanest of goals. I need another. To go first team, I have to make a statement. Remember, talent can only take you so far. It's the hard work that sticks out blatant. You know Ryan's got a ping on him, so when he gets it, you're gone. Fake coming short for the ball, then drop the shoulder, race on. Are you a speedy one, bro? Is the defender kinda slow? And if so, it's all about that first touch towards the goal. Because if it's dead, then you're given time to make up the ground. And if it's good, you hit the back of the net, make that beautiful sound. The gaffer's watching, he's making notes, and then you see his assistant walk up. He tells you that they're impressed, and that you've earned yourself a call-up. Then he says, wait, before you even think about making the team, make sure you go home and get those dirty bits clean. Man, this is nuts, I'm shaking. Wait till I tell my mum and the bros. I'm gassed, I've been grafting for this, but still kinda mad I've been chose. Crazy, anticipation. Use all the emotions to feed desire and fuel performance. Tell your boys you're locked tough, and tomorrow's game is enormous. Match day, you're in the tunnel. Get yourself at the back of the line. Close your eyes for a second. When you open them again, it's your time. Wolves, next gen.
Do you have what it takes? It's the strategy, the discipline, the anticipation, the defeats, the victories, the people who get it, the people who don't. We are Wolves Women, and we are their official FX trading partner.
We will talk about Wolves Women in a couple of minutes' time. It's Matchday Live Extra from the City Ground, counting down to kick off, which is, just over half an hour away. Kev says, we will win. Simple as that. Sam, responding to the team news, says, baffled, hope to be proved wrong. Charlie says, we need the players to step up. For me, only Neves and Sarr. The rest need to fight for the jersey. Carl says, I think the side today that Julian has picked looks unbalanced. Just a concern with Matinho in the side. I would have gone for an extra attacker with Raul playing alongside Cunha. There will be a lot of people who will have a similar viewpoint, Tomo, in terms of the way that front area shapes up, because we've seen João Matinho play in this number 10 role a couple of times, and the ones that stand out to me are away at Southampton and away at Liverpool, and I think it's fair to say it didn't work on either of those occasions.
Well, clearly the manager thinks that it does. That's the reason why he's done it. So look, he's been a great servant for the club. He's an experienced and quality player. Do I think that he should possibly be starting? Maybe not, because it's a massive game. Is that the reason why he's picked him? Is it because it's his experience in this big game today? Because it is. We talk about 6-pointers for games, and this is like that today, especially on the back of that Leeds defeat. So, look, there's no doubt about it. Can he handle it? Yeah, he can.
Yeah.
So, but it's the thing that would worry me was just about he's lost probably that half a yard, which is going to be vital today.
He's never been a player to run, beyond the forwards, is he? We know how intricate he can be. We know what quality he has getting the ball at his feet. But if you're the Nottingham Forest midfield, if you're the Nottingham Forest defence, you're probably looking at him thinking, he's not going to run beyond me into the box. I'm not going to have to track him anywhere. As long as he's playing in front of me, I only have to deal with probably Mateus Cunha in reality.
Yeah, exactly. So, look, it's going to be pretty comfortable, you would think, going through the Nottingham Forest defenders' minds that, look, he's not going to get beyond us. So we can even squeeze on. We can even leave a player 1v1 because he's not going to get past him. So, yeah, look, there's a lot of things in there. So it's a mixed bag. He's got experience, yeah. He's got quality, yeah, no doubt about it. What would just be my concern would be, has he got the legs, though, to get past anybody? Or, you know what I mean? You just lose that sharpness as you get on in years as a footballer. And look, he's done brilliant for us. But does he start today? Maybe not for me.
Is it also the fact that it's coupled with Mateus Nunes coming back into the team and playing in that role further forward? So, I mean, effectively, they're playing 4 central midfielders, Adama Traore, and probably the best number 10 we have in the centre forward role in Mateus Cunha. That's why I think I think there's a lot of people who will probably be thinking, that's a brave team selection today.
It is, because I think that Jimenez has played well. I think Jimenez has played well, leading that front line for us. I thought that he was near enough, apart from scoring goals, which is vital to us, but I thought that he's back to himself with challenging, working up there, bringing players into it. And I think he's done really well. So I'm a bit surprised that he's not gone with him, especially coming here, might need a get-out ball, and he's ideal for doing that.
More your messages in just a second. Let's hear from Julian Lopetegui talking about the importance of this game.
And looking ahead to Nottingham Forest, it's a huge game, isn't it? One point between the two sides. Does it feel like that among training and yourselves? Do you feel how big of a game it is?
Yeah, sure. We are aware that what kind of matches we are going to find in front of us. We know Nottingham Forest, they have a very good team, very good players, very clear idea that they want. They can change something, but they are a very good team, and above all at home. So I think we have to be ready for this kind of match, of course. But in the same way, it's a challenge for us. We are fighting very, very hard to have these kind of matches. Since 3 months, 3 months ago, we are working very hard to have these kind of matches, and now we have to put our focus in this match. To accept this match has a challenge with a very positive thoughts, and of course being ready for the high demanding that we have to have sure in the next match.
More from Julian Lopetegui a little bit later on as we count down to kick off. Loads of your messages coming through about the team selection today. Matthew says square pegs, round holes comes to mind. Rai says generally baffled. Nuri not included today. Lopetegui must have his reasons. Dave says obvious he doesn't know his best side. Looks all over the place. Hope I'm proved wrong. Duncan, a bit more positive, says Cunha hat-trick for today. Michelle doesn't think we'll be scoring. Mitch thinks we're pulling names out of a hat, and Howling Wolf says I have no idea what Julian's trying to do, but if the team knows what the plan is and it works, great. If it doesn't, Twitter won't be a nice place tonight. I mean, that goes without saying in many respects, and you kind of, in some ways, Tomo, have to admire the bravery of the selection. And let's face it, he's never been afraid of admitting when he's done something wrong and making early substitutions, and he has a host of talent on that bench to call from. In fact, maybe even too many options, if that's even a thing, to decide who to go on and change it.
Look, so you look at the bench and he's got players on there who can change games if he wants to bring them on. And look, he's been a manager that hasn't hesitated about if things aren't working with either changing the formation, changing the players. He'll do that straight away. But he's clearly seen something, and he's been working on it for 2 weeks during the international break, looking at the team. So he can see what he's done in a way, because he knows what players he's got. I know a couple of players have been away on international duty, but he knows what he thinks are going to win this game against Nottingham Forest today. The 2 weeks that he's had on the training pitch has been working with players. So you've got to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's an experienced manager, but it'd be interesting to see how he's set up, and because these will be fired up for it, Forest. These will be fired up for the game, and we've got to make sure we compete with them and make sure that we get onto them. Don't give them an early start like we did here before, and don't give them an opportunity. We've got to take the game to them. I've said it time and time again. We look better on the front foot. So, look, if we try and play it slow across the back, they're just going to squeeze up and make it a problem for us.
5 changes from Wolves, 5 changes from Forest today. Both sides desperate for the points. More of your messages and comments very shortly. It's a big weekend this weekend for Wolves women, who get a rare opportunity, to play at Molineux tomorrow. We'll hear from defender Katie Johnson in just a moment. But considering we are desperate to see some goals, let's enjoy some of the best from Wolves winning this season.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem been petty. Got to keep on chugging. Ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke pen heavy. Got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that. It's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up. I'm trying to get it in FT to get them when they're in hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities and never come unless you paying attention. So no, I can't miss that. Moving. MVP, I got the record. I might have to prove something. Big jumper worthy. They gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming. Had to work something cause I had nothing in my pocket. Yeah, I did all that. Big plans. Partners trying to make profits. Yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking even no wins. Yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen. Putting hours in my practice. I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah.
So, Katie, the countdown is on for the Molineux game at the weekend. Are you looking forward to playing here at Molineux?
Yeah, it's going to be a surreal experience. Obviously, we've played here a few times before, but I think this time with the game and atmosphere that it's going to create such a good atmosphere because it's such a big game. It's such a key part of the season. I think it's just going to be a surreal experience for everyone. We've got to make sure we focus and make sure we get the results, so then it counts that much more.
Well, you've played and supported Wolves since a very young age. Just how much of a big part has this club played in your life?
It is literally my whole life. Like you said, I've grown up in Wolverhampton. I've played with them for about 10, 11 years now. So it's just Wolves is in my blood. If anything, like it's like in my family. All support them. So the chance to play, and my family are just as excited as me for me to be playing on this. I think there's a few people in my family that don't usually come that I come in. So it's really exciting for everyone and the whole club. It's a really good experience for us all.
What's it going to be like walking down this tunnel on Sunday out onto the pitch? Like, how much will that mean?
I think I'll have the biggest smile on my face, probably trying to keep my game face on to focus, but especially when we first arrive here, it's going to be so exciting. And just the size of the pitch and if we can get the amount of fans as well that we think we're going to, that we're desiring to get, then I think it'll be just make it so much more special, and the 3 points will mean so much more when we've got that much of a crowd.
Am I right in saying that your nan used to work here as well at the Molineux?
Yeah, she did. She used to work here as in the restaurant area a bit, and she always tells me the stories about it, and I'm just like, it's crazy. And she's always got her Wolves scarves on. She loves it. Honestly, Sunday will mean just as much to her as it means to me. She's a die-hard Wolves fan. We watch the games together every week. Yeah, she'll love it.
Oh, that'll be so nice to have her here supporting while you're playing. That's amazing.
You'll probably be able to hear her.
And is she the reason that you first sort of got into Wolves when you were playing when you were really young? Did she sort of encourage you to?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, it was all of my family. I don't know what got me. I can't remember what got me into football. But then as soon as Wolves came up, it was yeah. I think we were in League One at the time where I joined, or we weren't doing that well. But my nan was working here, and everyone just loved Wolves, and now we've seen them progress back into the Premier League. It's now I'm involved in the first team. It's been such a good progression for the men's and for me and the women's personally as well.
Oh, that's incredible. Well, Sunday, of course, is going to be a big game, not just because it's going to be here at Molineux, but a big one in the league as well, facing Huddersfield. It's going to be an important one to pick up some points, isn't it, as we get closer to the end of the season? Yeah, definitely. We've been speaking about, we've got 7 games left, I think, and it's 7 cup finals. So we can't afford to drop any points. We don't want to. We know where we want to be, and we know what we need to do. So 3 points is a must, and it won't matter the experience. We've got to put that aside, park it until after the game, get the job done, get the 3 points, and then enjoy it after that. How are preparations going so far? Yeah, really well. I've been injured the past few weeks, so getting back into training. So I've trained fully, and the mood seems really good. Morale seems high, and everyone just seems to be excited and enjoying it and working hard, obviously. Yeah. Well, we're hoping to have a big crowd here on Sunday. We had 2,000 fans at the last Molineux game, which was incredible. But how much will it mean for us to break that record and have even more people here in the stands?
It'll be incredible. I think everyone's so excited. Like the buzz around the team, like everyone's like making sure they're getting the tickets and making sure like to have that big crowd. It'll be like our +1. It'll be what can help us win the game and push us through if we are struggling, because it's a big pitch, so we're gonna have to adapt differently. So it'll be our +1 and our extra player on that pitch, that support and noise that they'll be able to make for us.
If there's anyone watching this that hasn't been to a Wolves Women game yet this season, and firstly, where have you been? But what would you say to them to get them to come down to Molineux?
Just come down and see what it's like. It's at the Molineux, so it's going to be a great pitch, a great standard, and I just think, why not? Like, it's perfect. It's a what else? What better to do on your Sunday afternoon than come down and support your local team at the Molineux? Like, we need everyone's support, and whoever can get there, it'll be really, really appreciated by the whole team.
Well, all the best of luck, Katie. We'll be cheering you on from the stands, and I hope it all goes well.
Thank you very much.
Wolverhampton is a proud and diverse city, proud of its history and proud of its people. When times are tough and life is challenging, Wolverhampton stands together. At Wolves Foundation, we are the heartbeat of the community. We support thousands of people across the city of all ages and abilities. Half of the people we work with are from areas among the most deprived 10% in the country. We encourage people to become healthier and more active. 92% of our participants have improved their mental and physical well-being. We develop lifelong learning and skills. 90% of our participants have improved their educational achievement. We work hard to build safe, strong, and active communities. 84% of our participants feel they have contributed to a safer, stronger, and more inclusive community. Football is such a powerful sport. It brings us together and drives us forward. At Wolves Foundation, we are proud of our work and proud of our impact. Creating opportunities and changing lives.
Matchday Live Extra counting down to kick off. Just over a quarter of an hour to go here at the City Ground. Andy Thompson alongside me. Tomo, loads of messages coming in about the team news today. There's a lot of people that are concerned, especially about where the goals are going to come from. Give us something to give us a boost. Matheus Cunha got that first goal last weekend. Clearly, he's a man they identified back in December, really, wasn't it? To be the man to come in and do the business. So hopefully today is his day.
Yeah, you're hoping so. Look, again, so he's an experienced manager. If it's not working, he'll change it straight away. He won't wait for things to see if it materialises. But again, he's experienced to make sure that things happen. Look, he won't be scared about bringing players on within a certain amount of time. He won't look at the clock. He'll just look at the situation. He thinks that the people that he's putting out there to get him goals are going to be beneficial to the team today. And look, until we start the game, we don't know what's going through his mind, especially with the team changes. And he must have some kind of way of that he's thinking that he can beat Nottingham Forest. So you've got to have trust in him. He's done well so far since he's come. But we all know that he's not scared about making decisions very quickly rather than just letting it fester on a little bit.
We will see. We'll hear a little bit more from Julian Lopetegui after we've looked at what happened when these two met back at Molineux earlier in the season. Martinho at the base of the centre circle, turning, looking to play it early. Lovely ball for Traore. Traore with a first time clipped in cross. Aït-Nouri arriving with a header. Oh, just ripples the top of the netting. And Aït-Nouri can clear it up towards Podence, who controls on the chest and looks in field and finds Mateus. Traore's calling for it. It's on to Traore, in towards the edge of the penalty area. Traore smashes it goalwards towards the near post. Can't get it on target. Traore, that's clever, over the halfway line for Podence, on early. Costa leaves it for Aït-Nouri. Aït-Nouri to strike it across the face of goal. Here's Johnny. Podence, good first time flick. Traore up towards the edge of the penalty area, lifts his cross in, good header goalwards off the inside of the post, and somehow it's not in. Oh, it was Kilman who was still forwards. Coutinho's challenge, Aït-Nouri can't get there. Freuler to left-hand side to Gibbs White, edge of the penalty area, trying to curl one towards the far corner, high over the top. Neves was trying to tee it up, but was closed down by Yates, so goes to Martinho. Wide to the right side to Traore. Traore up against Gibbs White, infield on his left foot. Traore to strike it, and it deflects, I think, off Mateus. It's going to be given as a corner. We're just double checking there wasn't a hand in there on that block.
Give it.
Thomas Bramall, penalty! Molineux holds its breath. Neves to strike it, brilliant hit into the bottom corner. The captain shoulders the responsibility and puts his team in front. Gibbs White's corner, right-footed from the left-hand side, whipped in towards the near post and bounced away, and Forrester claiming.
The little scuffle they had, Yates and Nunes, I think it was. Nunes pulled him down.
Well, he's getting his whistle ready, and penalty Nottingham Forest. Referee puts his whistle to his lips. Here comes Johnson. Saved by Jose Sarr! Diving to his left-hand side, and Molineux erupts!
You touched on them being strong at home. I wonder what you think has made their form at home so good.
No, they are a very complete team. They are not only physically, tactically, and technically. They have very good players. They have invested a lot of money in this summer. They have a fantastic players, and after they have very clear what they want. So this is a very complete team, in my opinion. And it's one thing that you think that you have the things under control that you don't have, because they in any moment they can damage you. This is because they have a very quality players and very fast players. So this is the kind of matches that we are going to find. But in the same way, the most important thing is that we have to be ready. We have to put the focus in our strength, that we have to, with a very positive mentality, and looking always forward with a positive thoughts. This is, we have to be ready for it.
So Julian Lopetegui knows how tough this game is. Tomo, who's going to be the match winner today? Who's going to stand out for Wolves?
Well, I'm hoping that Mateus is going to have a good game today. So look, I think that he's struggled in recent games for me. He's struggled to dominate games. He's got to start to step up a little bit now to it. So look, we need him to be pushing on these games that are coming towards the end of the season, or this last couple of months. We need to make sure we're pushing on, and we're going to need all the quality that we've got. There's no doubt about his quality, but it's now time for him to show. And I'm hoping today that he's going to show us what he's made of. Cunha, again, I've seen glimpses about what he can do. Again, got his first goal the other weekend against Leeds. So I'm hoping that those two up front or around that front area are going to cause Nottingham Forest big problems.
Prediction? What are you saying? What's your gut say?
Well, I haven't gone for 2-1 for a while, so I'm going to go 2-1 to Wolves.
Oh, just any kind of Wolves win today.
Anything.
I'd
even take your result, mate. 1-0.
1-0 will do very nicely indeed. Full radio commentary from Tomo and I available for free at wolves.co.uk and anywhere in the world on the move via the Wolves app. Join us for that in a couple of minutes' time. But we thought we'd dip into the archives and pick out a game from around about this time, the 2nd of April, a couple of seasons ago, when Wolves got a monumental victory against one of the biggest names in the game. Hopefully, a little bit of that spirit and atmosphere can rub off on today's team. We'll leave you with Wolves against Manchester United.
Very good performance in the first half. They started better than us. They started controlling the game, and they score. We took a little time to react, but the way we reacted was very good, very good.
It was fantastic. It was important we bounced back from Saturday. It really was. Saturday wasn't good enough, and we knew we had a job on our hands tonight. Man United are a fantastic football club with brilliant players, so we knew how we had to play. We've dug in, we've done it, and it's a brilliant night again for this football club.
The law of this jungle is as old and as real as the sky, and the wolf that abides will prosper, but a wolf that breaks it will die. You see, out here in this jungle, we run it forward and back For the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack. I used to run with the pack, nowadays I run for the pack. Represent from the front to the back, balls in my heart, my city on the map. I was in the field, you're sitting on the bench. See me in the gym, rep till I'm dench. Sweat till I win, that's a victory stench. Yeah, we stay ready for the war, man, I settle in the score. Right now I'm with the hype, I ain't in it for the light. I was down on the ground, now I'm up for the fight. Seaside at the dark, now it's into the light. Alpha mode, down for my team. I wake up and I'm chasing a dream. Don't dirt, but my crap stay clean. Send for me, rude boy, how you mean? Look at my jump with the verses. Clean sheet in him and I'm on a verse with. Prize fighter, I'm taking the purses. Death match in your family in hearses. The law of this jungle, we run it forward and back. For the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack.